Hey, good morning, everyone. Dr. Nat here. This is lecture number 3, if I'm not mistaken. This is week 3. No, this is lecture number. This is week 3, right? Week 3, yes. Okay, so today's lecture is on using drawing tools and applied geometry. So what does that mean? So you're wondering, this course is called computer-aided engineering drawing, something like that. And you're wondering, why do we have to know the drawing tools? Like for manual drawing. It is because apart from using AutoCAD, you need to understand how to read the engineering drawing. And for you to know how to read the engineering drawing, you have to know how to draw it as well. But it just comes by together. So when you know how to draw it, you also know what you're reading. And when you know what you're reading, you know what to build if you're going to become a construction engineer later on. Okay, so what are the topics that we are going to cover today? Preparation of tools and using of the tools, and also applied geometry. So the applied geometry is going to be a little bit lengthy. I hope everyone can bear with me on this one because it's a lot of, how do we say this? It's not very intuitive, well, at least for me. So I hope everyone can bear with me and focus. All right, so preparation of tools. What tools do we need? So fastening the paper, oh my God, sorry. Fastening paper to drafting board. So the brown thing over here is called the drafting board, and place the paper close to the table's left edge. If you're doing this manually, kita just belajar teori dulu Later on, if we decide to like go for this manually, but I think we don't have enough supplies at the lab right now, so we can do it. But for now, tak wajib. Okay, so this is the drafting board. Place the paper close to the table's left edge over here. Move the paper until its lower edge placed about the top edge of the T-square. Now, what is a T-square? So the T-square is actually this ruler over here. It's like a ruler, but you have this perpendicular thing with the ruler, and it looks like a T, right? So it's called a T-square. So we have a drafting board and also a T-square. So this is common. When you have a drafting board, you will always have the T-square. You buy it together. Okay, moving on. Because having a drafting board without the T-square is quite useless. And then align the top edge with of the paper with the T-square blade, like so. And then put in your sellotape so that your paper does not move, because we want everything to be precise, right? But for AutoCAD, it's quite easy because we don't have to really care about that. And manual is, I think, in my opinion, manual is much more harder. Okay, so and then again, align your bottom part of the paper and also sellotape that to the board, to the drafting board. Okay, so sharpening the pencil. So they also teach you how to sharpen the pencil. Remove the wood with penknife while expose a lead about 8 to 10 millimeter. It also specifies how long your lead should be. So it's very precise. And then polish the lead into a conical shape, of course, like a pencil. Right now, we don't use the knife, we just use a sharpener. This is for cases yang memang very old school. There are cases like that they love to use like pencil that they sharpen themselves. With a sandpaper, you polish that lead to become a conical shape. With a sandpaper, clean the lead with tissue paper. It's something like coffee. You can go for like a regular machine, vending machine, or you become a barista yourself and make the coffee yourself, grind it and make your coffee. This is the same case for the pencil. You can either sharpen it with a sharpener, or you can do it yourself with a knife and sandpaper. It's all preference. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Of course, this one is if you're going for that exact pencil shape, or you can go for the regular conical shape. Sorry, this was after the pen. Sorry, after the knife. You expose the lead, right? And then you sandpaper it to become conical shape. Okay, so in the end, it looks like a regular pencil sharpened with a sharpener. Okay, preparing the compass. So this is your compass that we, what do you call this in Malay? Jangka lukis. So this is the compass. Sharpen the lead with a sandpaper, because you have to put in your pencil inside the compass, right? So make sure you sharpen the lead with a sandpaper. In this case, your pencil should be slightly slanted. The pencil is slanted. Dia punya lead tu is slanted. compared to the previous one, which was conical shape. So for the compass, your pencil should be slanted to ensure preciseness. So as you can see over here, the lead is slightly shorter than the needle, only a little bit, by half. Okay, half of the needle. Okay, moving on. Then how do we use these tools? So for the T-square or triangles, this is another thing. We also need triangles. I think previously we didn't cover this. T-square and triangles make for straight line, and the compass or a circle template makes for the arc or circle. We know what an arc is. We already seen this in AutoCAD. So what is a circle template? Nanti kita belajar what is a circle template. So using the compass, so locate the center of the circle. The first thing when you're using a compass, you need to know where is the center of the circle, and locate the center of the circle by intersecting lines, two intersecting lines. Adjust the distance between the needle and lead to a distance. Set the needle point at the center. Okay, let's look at the visual. So here it's measuring the radius from the center to the radius, and then they put the compass at the center, and then baru start lukis. Okay, so starting the circle, apply enough pressure to the needle holding compass handle between the thumb and the index finger. They also specify how you can, pegang correctly. And then completing the circle, revolve in clockwise. Of course, this is preference, but the correct way is to do it clockwise. So you rotate the compass clockwise, you get your circle. Using a circle template. So what is that? We have not seen this before, I believe. So a circle template is actually like a card or like a paper that has like a circle hole. Kita tengok. Mana? So this is the center of a circle to be drawn. So you make your center line, just like AutoCAD as well. And then this is your template. It can be a card or it can be just a paper with a hole. So you put it on top and trace it. But not very effective if you plan to have like many radiuses, like different radiuses, right? And then trace the circle, hold the pencil normal to the paper, which means that it has to be exactly normal, 90 degrees. You can't slant it 60 or 30. Make sure it's 90 degrees to make sure that it is very precise. Told you it's more like leceh lah. Okay, so thank God for AutoCAD. And then drawing a horizontal line, press the T-square head. So this is called the T-square head, against the left edge of the table or the drafting board. Smooth the blade to the right. Comel je tangan dia. Okay, smooth it to the right so it's tight. Okay. Smooth, dia suruh press it and smooth it. Okay, so lean the pencil at an angle about 60 degrees. Nah, kat sini dia bagi tahu 60 degrees. Tadi waktu pakai circle template, it was 90 degrees. Now, for using to draw a horizontal line, using a T-square, it should be 60 degrees approximately, with the paper in the direction of the line and slightly towed in. What does towed in mean? Nanti kita tengok. Draw the line from left to right while rotating the pencil slowly. So sambil lukis tu, sambil rotate. Susah, bagi saya susah lah. Okay, so look, this is no space. Nampak tak kat pencil ni? And this is the T-square, slightly towed in. Maksudnya dia betul-betul ke dalam. Towed in, no space. Cannot leave any space. Kadang-kadang kalau kita nak buat 90 degrees, the conical shape with the T-square akan ada gap. So we don't want that. So kena towed in so that the pencil is exactly kat hujung T-square tu. So that's that. Okay, so the pencil is 60 degrees. So this is the direction. Make sure it is 60 degrees and then slightly towed in. Tarik daripada kiri ke kanan. Okay, so this is that. Sambil tu kena rotate. Ambil kau. Kena rotate sekali. So draw the line from the left to right while rotating the pencil slowly. Okay, so drawing a horizontal line, set the t-square as before, smooth it to the right, place any triangle on the t-square edge. Okay, what's a triangle? This is a triangle. We call it a triangle. So sekarang kita dah belajar drafting board, t-square, and also triangle, and also compass. Okay, slide your left hand to hold both t-square and triangle in position. Macam mana? Okay, like that. So your hand is touching both the what do you call it? Triangle and also the t-square. Lean the pencil to the triangle. Draw the line upward while rotating the pencil slowly. Again, 90 degrees. 60 degrees. Sebab kita tak nak ada gap. We don't want any space between the triangle and also the pencil lead. Okay, so again, rotating while you are drawing. Okay, so that was drawing a straight line. Senang je kan? Kena ingat angle-angle sikit lah. And then now we're going to draw a line at 45 degrees with horizontal. If you have any questions, you can interrupt me anytime, okay? So place 45 degrees angle. Oh, is that a chat or WhatsApp? Kejap. Okay, tak ada chat. Place 45 degrees triangle on the t-square edge. So let me introduce to you really quickly. We have two types of triangle. One is, let me end this show kejap. One is 45 degrees triangle. So 45 macam ni, 45 over here, 45 over here, and 90. Sorry, that's a right angle. Let me draw this bigger. Insert. I'm sure I have the triangle somewhere in this slide, tapi tak ingat kat mana. Ayo. Okay. Okay. I'm trying my best to draw here. So sorry if it's ugly. Okay, so 45, and this is a right angle, even though it doesn't look like one. So this is 90 degrees. Again, your triangle will always have 180 degrees. Okay, so this is called the 45 degrees triangle. And we have another one called the 60-30 triangle. So here we have the right angle over here, 90. So we are left with 90 degrees. So this one is, I think this is 30. I'm not sure which one is bigger. Okay, and then this is 60. Okay, so the part where the angle is bigger, that's your 60 degrees, and the other one is 30. Again, the total angle in this triangle should always be 180. If you can't remember, it's 180. Just add them up together, ataupun if you don't remember what the other side of the triangle is, subtract lah dengan 60 and 90 tu. Okay, I don't remember anything. So this is how I remember lah. Okay, moving on. So we have a 45 degrees triangle and also a 30-60 or 60-30 triangle. Let me start with my slideshow again. Okay, so drawing a 45 degrees with the horizontal. Okay, so our horizontal is the t-square. Horizontal is a straight line. Place 45 degrees triangle on the t-square edge and press them firmly against the paper. We've seen this. Draw the line in the direction as shown below. So here we're drawing multiple lines at 45 degrees angle. Okay, so both sides is 45 degrees as I mentioned to you before. So this side will make, so dia lukis tadi macam ni kan, alamak buruknya. Tak apa, kita pasrah kan. Okay, this is your line over here. So you have your 45 degrees with respect to this line, not this line. Jangan mengarut letak kat situ. So 180 minus 45 would be berapa? 75 75, 110, good. 75. So if you are measuring the angle over here, it should be 75. Again, angle over here, 45. This should be 75. So again, please take note which side is 45. Jangan main hentam je. Okay. Padam. Now, slideshow again. Okay, kejap I need to get my calculator. Okay, so does anyone have any questions so far? Is everyone okay? Is the content interesting or mengantuk? Honest answer.
50-50.
50 lah. Okay. Sebab tak boleh buat sendiri kan? Sebab you're listening je. Okay, let's continue. So we have covered this one. Draw a line at 30 and 60 degrees. Place 30-60 triangle on the T-square edge. Okay, same case over here, and press them firmly against the paper. Okay, so I hope you can distinguish which one is 30 and which one is 60. Okay, so this one is slightly smaller. Sorry, mana saya punya ni. So this part is smaller compared to this angle over here. So we know that this is 30. Oops. And this is 60. Nanti in your test akan ada benda ni. Just putting it out there. It's boring content, I know, but kena tahu teori juga. Okay, so again, if this part is 60, I would have 120 over here. And if this part is 30, I would have 150 on this side. Okay. So important if nak lukis different angles later on. Okay, how can we draw a line at 15 degrees increment? So first, we already covered 0 degrees, which was just a straight line. Your horizontal line is 0 degrees. And then 15 degrees is minus 30 plus 45. So you have to use 2 triangles to do 15 degrees. So how do we do that? Okay, so we already covered 30, 45, and 60. So now kita nak cover 15 punya. Ni senang je, 30 tambah 45. Okay. Okay, wait, kenapa 15 tu just skip? Is it this one? Oh, it's this one. Okay, so you start with a 60-30 triangle, and then you put in your 45 degrees. So this line is actually a 15-degree line, believe it or not. So I'll leave it up to you guys on how to interpret how it is a 15. Okay. Okay, so 90 degrees senang je. 90 degrees is just the right angle. So it's just a perpendicular line. Okay, draw the line passing through 2 given points. So you want your line to be from A to B. So simple je lah. It's just basically using a ruler or a triangle. In this case, we don't have a ruler. We have a triangle. So you just connect these dots. Senang. So applying the geometry. Okay, so how do we bisect a line? So I would say that this content is the overlap a little bit with our AutoCAD because this is also how the AutoCAD works juga lah. But they do the math behind the scene. Okay, so swing 2 arcs. First of all, what is the line that we're talking about here? Okay, so we have this line A to B. We want to bisect it. We want to bisect it exactly at the midpoint. So your normal approach would be measure using ruler and then bahagikan 2 mathematically. But here we don't want to use the calculation. We want to use the compass. So you start from A, you swing your compass and make a radius of R1. Radius tak kisah. The the radius must be greater than half length, meaning to say you extend your radius on approximately greater than half of the line. Make sure dia besar je lah. Kita tak tahu kan midpoint dia kat mana kan. Okay. And then you swing it. This is your R1. It's going to be, it's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger than your midpoint. You can also put it over here or over here, asalkan besar daripada midpoint. Besar lah, dia suruh besar je. And then make sure your exact R1 here, you start from point B and you make another arc. And this arc, you connect them together and put your triangle over here and you get your midpoint. This is very, very accurate. You can try it yourself if you have a triangle at home or at your hostel. So this is another way of getting the midpoint without measuring and dividing by 2. You can use your compass. Okay, to bisect a line. This is not a line. Swing an arc of any radius whose center at the vertex. Swing the arc of any radius. Kita tengok je terus. Okay, so here they are making an arc from A. Okay, and then the next arc. Dia buat arc of radius 1. Arc of radius 1. And then from that end point, they make another arc of R2. And same arc over here. And they make that arc, and the intersection point of this arc is your midpoint. So boleh daripada A ni ke sini will be your midpoint of your, what do you call this? I don't know what it's called. This thing lah, macam triangle ni kan. Okay, so the midpoint is you start with an arc, a big arc, and then make another arc of similar length from point here and another point over here. The intersection is your midpoint. Quite interesting if you can do it yourself, if you have the tools. Okay, to draw a line parallel to a given line and passing through a given point. So we have a line over here. We want our line to be parallel and also passing through C. So how do we do that? Okay, take your triangle. Okay, and this is your 45 triangle, and this is your 60-30 triangle. You're just aligning the 45 and then letak 60-30 to sebelah, and then you drag your 45. And then draw 60 degrees while rotating the pencil. Make sure it's towed in. There you go, your parallel line that passes through C. Okay. I'm recording, right? Yes, okay. And how do we draw a line parallel to the given line with a specified distance? Whenever you have like a specified distance, they always like to use compass. So how do we do this? First, you have a distance R. Make sure you measure the compass line with your ruler or your triangle and make an arc. And then again, 45 degrees triangle, put in your 60 and 30 degrees triangle and slide it until it reaches the arc anywhere, as long as it reaches the arc. And then that's your line. That is of distance R from the initial line. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, no questions. Kalau ada question, please interrupt me. Okay, sekarang pukul apa?
Doktor. Nanti exam dia pakai software ke kertas?
Pakai software ke kertas? Kertas. Kertas. Kejap. Mini project pakai AutoCAD dengan kertas. Group project AutoCAD. For the test, I think kertas. Kejap. For the test, sekejap saya tengah ingat balik sampel. Kertas. Kalau ada perubahan saya akan inform. But for now memang confirm kertas. Sebab test is done physically. So soalan kita orang tak prepare lagi. But if ada perubahan, let's say we want to include AutoCAD as well, I'll let you guys know. But for now it's paper. Okay. So sebab tu we have lectures. Part of it is to interpret the drawing, and part of it is actually drawing a certain, macam mana cakap? Lupa pula soalan ni macam mana. First is mentafsir engineering drawing. Okay, so yang tu kita tengah belajar sekarang ni. Diameter apa, chamfer tak cover lagi, apa lagi, hatching pun tak cover lagi. What else? Center line. How do you draw a center line? How do you distinguish between, tak ingat lah pula sekarang ni. Nanti saya kena tengok balik. But apa yang kita belajar dalam AutoCAD tu, dia punya teori tu boleh keluar dalam test. So tak adalah kita main-main je AutoCAD tu kan. Actually you have to know the theory. Okay, so if ada perubahan, let's say kita masukkan AutoCAD punya dalam exam, so I'll let you guys know. But test punya carry mark tak sebesar mini individual project and also group project, so don't worry too much. Teori tu ada, but the carry mark is not as big as AutoCAD punya carry mark. Okay, right. Ada soalan lagi tak? Nanti saya tengok balik. Saya kena bincang dengan Puan Mariam sebenarnya. Saya tak boleh decide sendiri because we have to setarakan the questions. So if there's any changes, I'll let you guys know. If I have any info that I can give you, I'll obviously will give it to you. Okay? So for now, this is what I know lah. Okay. So I'm going to continue if tadi got soalan. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So here just now we covered how to draw a line parallel to the given line with a specified distance. Okay. Okay, so this is what we did. So we slide the 45-degree triangle, and it has to meet the arc, and that's your parallel line. Draw it. Okay. Next one, to draw the line perpendicular to a given line at any point. So here, they are approaching this using the revolve method. To draw a line perpendicular to the given line at a given point. Dia nak lukis line yang perpendicular tapi melalui C using the revolve method. So let's see. Again, your 45-degree triangle and your 60-30. Sekarang ni tadi dia align kan, lepas tu sekarang dah align tu, dia make sure 60-30 tu tak bergerak, dia pusingkan 45-degree punya triangle tu macam tu, and lukis. Quite easy actually. What we're aiming here is for the preciseness. Okay, adjacent sides method. Just now we tried to draw the line perpendicularly using the revolve method, maksudnya kita putar the triangle, right? So this is adjacent sides method. Here you're using the 60-30. Your 45-degree macam tu. 45-degree triangle is like this. And your 60-30, it makes a square, not really proportional square. You put it together and you slide it. Ini senang je lah, terus slide kan. Tak ada revolve. So lukis. Mana-mana pun boleh, dua-dua betul. So soalan yang boleh keluar lah daripada konten macam ni kan. Soalan yang boleh keluar, how can you draw a perpendicular line that passes through C? And then your answer should be, macam manalah method-method untuk membuat a line tu. One of the questions that can come up. Okay. To draw a line perpendicular to a given line at a given point using a compass. So tadi revolve method, pusing benda lah tu. Second is adjacent method. Kita buat dia jadi square, tolak. Next one is using a compass. Okay. So kita make an arc that covers the center of the compass is at C, the point that we want. And you make off any radius actually. Make an arc. And these 2 points, A and B, you make another arc of R2. R2 must be greater than R1. So make another arc, and from B, make another arc. And the intersection, you draw a line passing through C. Okay, so this looks exactly like the bisecting the line that we saw earlier. We make a big arc and then another arc that the arc intersects, kat situlah your midpoint. So let's go back to that side yang kita tengok tadi tu. Sebab banyak I'm trying to help you guys to relate from one content to another. Bisect a line, this one, no, not this one, to bisect this line. Okay, so you have your big arc and your two other arcs over here, and whichever point that they intersect, that's your midpoint. But perbezaan yang ni dengan tadi tu is now this is a straight line. Macam ni. Saya tak boleh. Oh, dia warna putih, betul. So this is a straight line. And you want your straight line, you have a point over here, you want to pass it through. Okay, macam tu lah. So arc and then another arc intersect, that's your midpoint. Okay, Control Z, Control Z. Let's go back to the slide again. Okay, this one. Sorry, ni yang lain. Okay, this one tadi kita tengok. So we make an arc, a big arc and another arc. Oh, ada beza sorry, ada beza. Tadi arc untuk bisect a line was from here. They make another arc kat sini kan? Macam tu. This the second arc is from this point that intersects the line. Okay, so that's the difference. Sorry, saya tersilap. Okay, so from here, you make another arc. The arc must be greater than R1. Tapi sebenarnya sama je kot. If you start from here, you have another arc and you start from here, you have an... Okay, tapi dia tak setara lah. Okay, just follow this one. Of course, if you have another method to do it and it gives you the exact accurate results, you can give me as your answer. Let's say you learn this in LK in high school and this is the way that you do it and it gives you accurate results. You can also use that as your answer. It is open-ended as long as it follows the standard. Okay. Okay, so you don't have to memorize, you just have to like know how to draw it. Okay, tak tahu lah kalau kena memorize ke tak. Okay, I think if you practice this yourself, you don't have to memorize. It comes to you naturally. Adjacent sides method. Now we have our point C sebelah line, not on the line itself, but sebelah line. Okay, so using the adjacent method, again, adjacent method is making the triangles into a square, tolak, right? That's your perpendicular line. Easy. Using a compass. So how do we do it? Make an arc. Compass memang pakai arc lah. Make an arc. Wherever that it intersects, make another arc. Okay, and your intersection, draw a line from your intersect point to the point C and connect it to the line. Note, you can also use revolve method. How? Try it yourself. Senang je revolve method dengan adjacent method lebih kurang. So you can try it yourself. Okay, so now how do we draw a line making 15 degrees with a given line and pass through a given point? That's a mouthful. To draw a line making 15 degrees with a given line. So kita daripada line ni, kita nak buat 15 degree. Tapi 15 degree ni kena pass through C. So maksudnya kat sini saya boleh buat 15 degree ke sini ataupun 15 degree ke sini. It depends on the question lah. Ataupun kalau dia tak cakap belah mana, either way is fine. Okay, so here we have our 45 degree triangle, and this is our 60-30 triangle. So we draw our first line. Okay, so can anyone tell me what angle does this make with the turquoise line? What is the angle between the orange line and the turquoise line? Anyone? Lemau ke semua orang? Fasting. Come on. What's the angle? Kena tahu Easy, it's easy, it's math. Modern math. Oh, ada orang jawab kat chat. Let me see. 120. Okay, kejap. From this orange line to the turquoise line is 120. Is it? Is it bigger than 90 degrees? You tengok, is it bigger than 90 degrees? So Sol is saying it should be 30 degrees. 30 degree. Any other answers? So everyone agrees? So Irie is saying 45. Is this a 45 triangle? Jen, jen, jen. Okay, inilah contoh-contoh soalan yang boleh keluar. 30. 30. 30. Lagi? 75. Okay, lagi? 60. Korang ni jawab semua ke? Okay. Okay, let's see. Saya lukis Lemak, nanti keluar pula ni. Sekejap, jangan keluar. Okay. So, drawing. Okay, so here, the one that is aligned to the line, turquoise line. Sekarang ni kita anggap turquoise line kita ni horizontal. What is aligned to the turquoise line? It's a 45-degree triangle, right? So if I am asking about this angle, what should it be? Okay, saya lukis lagi. Macam ni kita punya turquoise line, walaupun dia biru. Saya letak saya punya 45 degree dengan, apa tadi? 60, oh ya Allah. Haru. Okay, macam ni kan. Pejam mata je lah, okay. So I'm asking this angle. What is the answer? Confused Okay, 45. Jawapan dia 45 Walaupun ada 60. Okay, saya tahu kat mana part yang confused Saya tak tahu lah korang confused benda yang sama ke tak. Tapi selalunya kalau orang remove, kalau tadi kan animation tu dia remove 45 degree triangle tu kan, and you're left with this orange angle. If you are talking about this and this angle, then it should be 60. Kalau cakap pasal sini, it should be 30. So saya tak nampak kat mana kat sini jadi 30 sebenarnya. But kalau kita buat macam ni pun, yang paling nak confuse lah 60 lah kan. Tapi korang confuse 30 pun ada juga So saya tak tahu yang tu macam mana confusion dia. But the answer is 45. Okay, so these are the things that you need to be aware of. Angles lah, especially because AutoCAD is about precision and also angles. Okay, let's continue. Macam math sikit kan, tapi math yang sikit-sikit je. Okay, again, so this one we have our 45 with a 60. And we take it out. And we draw the line, and it's actually 45 degrees. And you put in your 45 degrees over here. And you put your 60-30 triangle. And you're sliding it. And you make that angle. So dia cakap yang ni 15. Macam mana tu? How is it a 15? How does it make a 15? Macam mana nak cerita tu? Okay, so kita ada 45 yang tadi yang kat sini. Okay, 45. And then they slide. Okay, let me get rid of this thing first. Okay. This is bad. Sekejap. Susah lah. Okay, kalau saya buang yang ni. Let me see the animation again. Saya ingat dah triangle mana yang last kali. Okay, this one. Yang ni. slide. Slide ke situ. And show. So benda yang triangle ni dia slide ke sini. Okay. So now I want to. So now we have the 45 here, and this side over here is 30. Macam mana dia boleh jadi 15 kat sini? Anyone wants to try? Answer? How did it make a 15 degrees over there? Okay, ada orang nak jawab kat chat. Okay. 45 minus 30. 45 minus 30. Kat mana dia tolak 30 tu? 45 minus 30. Betul, 45 minus 30 it gives you 15. But macam mana tolak tu? Kat mana yang korang tolak? No one knows. Triangle last tu, doktor, sama dengan 15 atas tu. Triangle atas. Sama dengan 15 atas tu. Triangle last tu, doktor. Tak faham, korang unmute lah, bagi tahu saya. So no one wants to try? So, semua orang dah tahulah. Semua orang tahu ke dapat macam mana 15 ni? Nanti keluar soalan nanti. Come on, try it. Macam mana dapat 15? Okay, yes, 45 minus 30. Tapi dia tolak dekat mana? Syuk cakap triangle last tu, doktor. Triangle last. Triangle last yang ni kan? So, tadi kita start dengan 45 kan? Dia macam ni. Okay, macam tu kan? So, 45. Lepas tu kalau letak. So, kat sini lah 15-nya. Konon-konon lah. Tapi macam mana nak letak kat sini? Macam mana dapat kat sini? Macam itulah soalan dia. So kalau korang letak dekat sini, sama je lah. Macam mana saya nak cerita ni? Saya pun susah nak cerita. Okay, again. Let me try.
Doktor.
Yep.
Kan yang triangle 15 tu, dia slide ke kiri.
Dia slide ke kiri.
And then dia baru masuk yang triangle yang 30-60.
Lagi sekali?
Faham tak, doktor?
Lagi sekali. Okay, triangle.
Yang
sekejap, ni nombor 1, ni
triangle
nombor 2, nombor 3. Okay, mana satu?
yang nombor 2 tu,
Okay,
dia
nombor 2.
slide ke kiri.
Dia slide ke kiri.
Untuk bagi ruang yang triangle 1 tu masuk.
Oh, okay. Kita cuba align. Maksudnya diorang dua align lah macam tu ke? Okay. Slide nombor 2 ni, siapa yang jawab tu? Nombor 2 ni dia cakap slide. Kita tengok sebab our brains work differently, so we don't. Macam tu ke? Macam mana awak slide ni? Slide ke sini ke kiri?
Ke kiri ikut ni, triangle yang 3 tu.
Ikut triangle yang 3. Slide kanan kiri, ikut triangle
Kiri.
kiri sini kan? Kenapa awak cakap 3? Tak faham.
Dia mana?
Oh, macam ni. Macam ni ke?
Macam tu.
Okay.
Betul tu.
Okay, lepas tu yang ni 45. Oh, okay.
Lepas tu
It's kan parallel dah. Lepas tu?
masukkan triangle 1 tu kat ujung triangle 2.
Masukkan triangle 1 dekat ujung triangle 2.
Macam tu.
Okay.
So dapat dah. Tapi kena samakan dekat titik tengah tu lah. Kalau tu.
Okay, faham. Sekejap, saya cuba Siapa yang jawab tu? Sorry, saya tak nampak nama. Tak nak sebut nama ke? Susahnya.
Syukur doktor.
Okay. Thanks, Syuk. Ada cara lain tak? Anyone wants to try another method? Okay lah, you get the idea. So Syuk cakap 45 degrees ni align dengan 60-30 triangle ni, lupa dah nama dia. So you get your 15 degrees. Let me try to draw that. Mana pensel saya pergi entah? Okay. Tapi dapat parallel sama dengan 15 degrees yang dapat visual tadi. Okay, any other method yang you guys want to tell the class, to help the class? Five. 9. Okay, kat sini punya Syuk punya method kan? Dia macam ni tau. Straight line. Okay. Okay, 90 degrees kan? So kat sini dah 45. Kat sini dah 30. So tinggal kat sini 15. Tu cara Syuk lah. Ada cara lain tak? Okay, korang kena ada center line lah kiranya. Saya pun tak sure macam mana nak buat perpendicular line ni. Oh, kena buat adjacent method tu dulu. Untuk alignkan yang ni as your horizontal. Faham tak? Faham tak? Sekejap, saya tunjuk balik. This one. Macam ni. Sekejap. You start with this. I know this is not the example, but this is how you establish your horizontal untuk tadi tu. Okay, so now you have your horizontal over here. Okay. This is your horizontal lah. So tadi punya Syuk punya method tu, dia letak 45 degrees ni dekat horizontal yang kita dah dapat tadi tu. Tu cara Syuk lah. Ada cara lain tak? And again, I told you benda ni tak payah memorize. If you get it, you get it lah. If the result is accurate, you get it. Okay, so kadang-kadang ada orang pakai protractor, tapi protractor tak boleh pakai kot. Yes? Ada cara lain?
Kalau pakai triangle 30-60 dengan kompas boleh?
Kompas. Macam mana nak pakai kompas kan?
First buat guna triangle 30-60. So pakai angle 30 dekat C tu, buat line 30. Kemudian pakai kompas buat dia punya center dekat arc tu. Tengah-tengah. Okay,
saya cuba Saya cuba illustrate apa yang awak cakapkan. Okay, awak kena ulang balik tau sebab saya tak dapat tangkap. Okay, memula apa tadi buat arc
First pakai triangle 30-60 untuk buat angle 30 dekat line dekat point C.
Untuk buat angle 30 dekat point C. Okay, kejap. Okay, ni siapa Angle 30.
Haziq doktor.
Okay, thank you Haziq. 30 yang ni. Okay, nak buat dekat C. Sekejap. Kita buat belah ni lah kalau that's okay with you. Salah ni. Saya salah horizontal. Horizontal kita adalah turquoise. Okay, let me try to align this. Okay, so yang tu awak punya 30. Sekejap saya ke tepi sikit. Okay, buat 30 macam ni ke?
Betul.
Okay, lepas tu draw a line. Teruknya line saya. Okay, sekejap. Okay lah. Okay, lepas tu sekarang kita ada 30 kat sini with the turquoise.
Okay. Lepas tu pakai kompas start from C, tanda buat tanda dekat dua line.
Buat arc kat dua line.
Ah.
Oh, okay, faham. So you are asking me to make an arc over here and arc over here, betul?
Yang kiri dekat line yang kita buat dengan line asal.
Line yang kita buat dengan line asal. Oh, okay. Line yang kita buat dengan line asal. Kejap. Tapi radius sama.
Radius sama.
Macam tu ke?
Dua-dua belah kanan.
Dua-dua belah kanan. Oh, satu arc je lah. Okay. Macam tu.
Satu arc boleh juga.
Okay.
Lepas tu dua point intersection tu pakai radius sama juga guna kompas. So boleh cari middle point untuk tepi dapat 15.
Okay. Dia bisect. Oh, nice. Bisecting a line punya method. So daripada sini buat another arc. So dapat arc kat sini, dapat arc kat sini. So that is your midpoint. Contohlah. So midpoint of 30 degrees is 15. Okay, that's another way. So saya tanya, it's open-ended as long as you get the results and it makes sense. Kalau tak make sense, memang saya tak kasih markah lah. Okay, so good. That's another method. Any other method that you can think of? If it's correct, it's correct. So just kena tahu je macam mana nak figure out the angles. Okay, thank you everyone. Good discussion. Kalau ada lagi boleh cerita. Kalau tak ada, saya move on. Dah. Oh, ni 30 degrees. Kenapa saya lukis kat sini? To draw a line making 30 degrees with a line and pass through a given point. So this should be easy. Sorry again. Mula kita apa ni? Okay, mula kita letak 45 degrees kita. Did I mess up this drawing? Kejap. Macam salah je. Macam salah gambar ni. Kejap. Okay. 30 degrees. Okay. Salah. I messed up my PowerPoint. Okay, tapi 30 degrees is easy lah. Pakai triangle je lah. Tak payah tengok visual pun tak apa. Okay, to draw a line making 75 degrees with a given line. So this one is not the angle of your triangle. So kena apa? 60 plus 15, right? Okay, so here they are telling you ada 45 degree triangle and 60, buat a square, make a line over there, and that is your 75. Again. So macam mana dapat 75 tu? Anyone? So senang je lah ni. Ni 45 campur 30, dapatlah 75. Okay, 45 campur 30, 75. Also, again, if you have another method to do it, as long as it is correct and makes sense, boleh bagi jawapan tu. Okay, moving on. Fillet and round. We have seen fillet in our AutoCAD. So fillet actually comes from an arc. So kalau kita tak belajar fillet, kita tak belajar AutoCAD dulu, kita belajar manual dulu, you have to know that fillet comes from an arc. Tapi sebabkan kita belajar AutoCAD terus, kita terus belajar fillet, kita just specify radius. So the radius is actually the radius of the arc. Okay, so here we start with sharp corners and then kita buat fillet ni based on an arc. So now it becomes round. So here this is your circle ataupun arc. To draw an arc, we must find the location of the center of the arc. Again, AutoCAD makes our life easy. Manual kena tahu center of circle. How do we find the center of the arc? So this is the way to do it. So given arc of radius r. So we know we want an arc of radius r. So kita measure daripada center. Okay, measure. So they just want to make a straight line. But in this case, they want the straight line to be exactly 90 degrees. So this is why they're using the triangle like that. Ataupun you can use a T-square. and then another perpendicular line, which is exactly 90 degrees. Tak boleh kurang 1 degrees, tak boleh lebih. Okay, so now that is your point there. This is the center of the arc. And this is your starting point. This is your ending point. Okay, so using your compass, draw je lah arc tu. Okay, so to recap, what did we do over here? First, kita measure radius R, kan? Sebab kita punya circle kat sini, radius R. So, kita kena buat point kat sini untuk tentukan radius. And then, daripada situ, kita intersectkan line yang perpendicular ni. This will be your center of circle. Kalau kita draw a compass, we draw using a compass, the arc will have the same radius over here. Okay, and then just connect the lines over here to make your fillet. To draw an arc of the given radius tangent to two lines. So kita nak lukis arc, but at the same time kita nak arc kita tangent. Kita dah belajar pasal ni juga. We drew a circle dalam AutoCAD. We drew a circle that was tangent to two edges. We called that circle TTR ataupun circle tangent radius. If you guys still remember. Okay. So here make a radius R, and then make a parallel line. Kita belajar macam mana buat parallel line tadi. Okay, so that is your parallel line. And again, tandakan radius R using your compass and then make another parallel line. Sama teknik yang tadi kita dah belajar. And then from here, ni apa? I don't remember what this is, kejap. Ni apa lah, kejap. Okay, ni 45, dia slide untuk make, dia nak make a perpendicular line. Sama macam method tadi, it's trying to make a perpendicular line that goes through this center, the center yang orange ya. Okay, so dia dah make a perpendicular line, dia tanda lah. Dia tak adalah nak buat line terus, dia just nak tanda je. Asalkan perpendicular to the center point. Okay, perpendicular to the turquoise line but goes through the center, sorry. Okay, so now we can connect these 2 points and that's your arc that is tangent to 2 lines. So again, to recap this, first, panjang cerita dia. First, kita start dengan radius, a certain radius, kita make a parallel line. Mula radius pakai compass lah. And then make a parallel line, radius, make a parallel line that goes through the arc. And then you make a line that is perpendicular to this line, but that line should go through the center point ataupun intersection point ni. So you get your sides over here. And then that is your starting and ending point of your arc. That is tangent to your lines. Okay, again, anything works asalkan dapat result yang betul and precise. To draw a line tangent to the circle at a point on the circle. To draw a line, okay, kita nak lukis line tangent to the circle. Tangent dekat circle ni at a point on the circle. So dia nak buat, dia nak kat sini. Dia nak buat tangent line kat sini. Line yang lalu dekat C. Tapi kena tangent. Oh, sorry. So here, it's aligning the center of the circle with the point that they want using the 45. Okay, I think this is just random je lah, asalkan kena dua point ni. And then you put in your other triangle, slide it. There you get your tangent line. Okay, quite boring lah kat sini. Rasanya sebab senang sangat. Okay, okay, so we want a tangent line that passes through C. Tapi dia kena touch circle juga. Macam mana nak buat tu? Slide. Mark a tangent point. Okay, macam mana nak lukis tangent point tu? make sure you have a line that is connecting C to the any place actually dekat circle ni. Macam random lah. Mark a tangent point and then just use a ruler. Senang je, betul bosan. Okay. What if you have a circle that is tangent to the other circle? What time is it? Lebih masa, kenapa korang tak bagi tahu? Kita sambung kemudian. Okay, any questions before we end class?
No, Doktor.
Okay, sorry for the extra time, tak perasan. So have a great rest of the day. Siapa yang berpuasa jangan makan. Siapa yang tak berpuasa, have a great lunch and have a great rest of the day. Bye guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Doktor.
Bye.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Doktor.
Welcome. Bye-bye. Yes, ada soalan ke? Ada. Okay.